reaction to her own work. Watch.
You like that, Dad?
I liked it, Nora. You broke my heart.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Okay, boys, let's move the camera back here.
A star. Truly a star. And yet so often after a successful take, a forlorn figure. Part of the Nora Love story, part of the story of almost any star, is always one person. Sometimes a manager or agent, sometimes an astrologer, in one case a chiropractor, who seems to be closer to the star, more important than anyone else. At this point in the life of Nora Love, it apparently is this man, Johnny Batson, a combination personal manager and press agent and general factotum.
How would I sum up the essence of Nora Love? Well, I need only a three-letter word to say what Nora Love has. It begins with S, and it ends with X. You can fill in the middle.
A three-letter word?
What's that? And this next is some newsreel stuff. What you got her, Oscar?
Nora poses for pictures backstage after receiving her Oscar in front of the glittering notables of Hollywood.
Who's there with her?
Martin West.
The director, the one who committed suicide?
That's right. When he died, she went to pieces. That was Johnny Batson's shining hour. There's some more stuff here without sound. You want some silent love? How do you like that?
It's all right.
Excuse me. Yeah? A second. It's you, Nick.
Hello?
Mr. Alexander? This is Nora Love. I have a copy of your newspaper here. I want to thank you for not writing that story about me.
This is weird. I'm sitting here looking at your picture. I'm talking to you. It's sort of weird.
Oh? Well, how do I look?
Beautiful.
Mr. Alexander, I just left the hospital a few hours ago. Johnny found me a place to stay, somebody's penthouse. I'd like you to come up. I told Johnny whoever gave you the tip will just give it to somebody else, so I might as well face it. I'd like to give the first story to you. Just you and your paper.
That's very nice of you.
Now, write down the address. It's 917 East 53rd Street. When you get in the elevator, push penthouse. About 5:30 for cocktails?
I'll be there.
Well, tell me, Nick. Up there on the screen, how do I look now? La Love, America's sex symbol. How does she look?
Like tremendous.
Hi, Nick. Join the party.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, but when did you hear about this press conference?
Oh, about half an hour ago. Why? When they call your paper?
Earlier.
Nora, look who's here. Oh, Vern Scott. Now, how can you write a Hollywood column from New York?
I'm on vacation. She dragged me up here. But it's always good to see you, Nora.
Okay, Glamour Girl, where have you been hiding out?
She hasn't been hiding, boys and girls. She's been resting. Nugent Sanatorium, East 68th Street.
That's right, East 68th. I had to go in. I was tired. Very tired. You can see that, can't you?
I can see a lot.
And you didn't even buy a ticket. Ask me a question. Ask me, darling. Ask me a question.
Well, now, let me see. When are you going back to work?
Oh, well, actually,
Naturally, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Batson and I haven't come to a decision on that as yet. As soon as I do some shopping, see a few plays, I'll reconsider my decision and perhaps return to Hollywood. Excuse me, Kitty. Nick? What's the matter?
Nothing's the matter, Miss Love. I'll get the minutes of this momentous meeting from the UPI wire.
Oof, what's wrong? Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself. I thought you meant it when you said I'd see you alone.
Oh, but Johnny, he told you, didn't he?
Oh, cut it out, Nora. Do a twist for the boys.
Well, he said he'd call you. He said whoever gave you the tip would probably give it to somebody else, so we'd better let all the newspapers in on it. But he was so sure you'd understand.
Oh, I understand, Nora, baby. I was a little slow on the uptake because you threw me a little by acting sort of helpless.
Oh, but Nick, you have to listen to me.
Well, let's face it, Miss Love. Let's face it, America's sex symbol. Who ever heard of a helpless barracuda?
Nick! Please, over here. I'm sorry.
I'm off duty, Miss Love. Excuse me, I'm going to dinner.
How do you feel about meatloaf? My sister Marion, she has a great meatloaf waiting.
What is this?
An apology, an explanation, a million things. Nick, I told off Johnny for not calling you. I mean, I really told him off. And I told my sister, my everyday sister, that I was bringing a guy to her apartment for supper. That's what they say, Nick, not dinner, supper.
Sure. That's what my folks used to say.
Please, Nick. Come and see how the other half lives. I mean, the other half of Nora Love. Please. I like you, Nick. Not as a newspaper man, but as a guy. So, you believe me now, don't you, that I really thought Johnny had phoned you?
I believe you.
He's like that. He can sense it when I like somebody. A psychiatrist, a director, a guy.
Why don't you get rid of him?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, why don't you?
Please, Nick. Don't be a reporter. Just be a guy.
Hi.
Hi. This is Hal Simmons, my brother-in-law. Oh, and here's Marion. Marion and Hal, this is Nick Alexander.
Glad to meet you.
Oh, be careful of the hand you shake, Hal. That hand sliced me up pretty good on the bulletin for leaving Hollywood.
Oh? Well, Nora, you don't look so sliced up to me.
And you don't look so mad at him either. Unless my meatloaf was supposed to be punishment or something.
Doesn't smell like any kind of punishment.
Oh, it's the best, I guarantee. Which reminds me, where's my apron?
In the kitchen, where it always is.
That's the way we did it even as kids. It was just Daddy and us. And Marion was the cook, I was the waitress.
Here it is.
Marion always keeps it here for me. I know whatever the mess is on the outside, I can always find a steady job here as a waitress.
Sure, anytime.
Would you like a drink? I got a fresh pitcher of martinis.
Oh, hey now, you sit down, fellas. Remember, I'm the waitress here. One for you, Nick?
Why fight it?
I'm pretty good at this, Alexander. I'll bet you didn't know that I was a cocktail waitress for almost a year in Hollywood before I was, quote, discovered, unquote. Daddy's early training did right by me. Now, if I'd been the cook instead of Marion, I'd have been back in the kitchen, and then that casting director might never have seen me.
Well, he's looking at you.
You know what he was? Daddy, I mean. A conductor, a railroad conductor. You know, every once in a while, someplace, I see a man with one of those big, old-fashioned watches. You know, the kind railroad conductors used to carry. Ah, that never lose a second. So, how come? How come, darling, I'm always so late every place? Well, I'll tell you the reason. It's perfectly simple. Because when Daddy died, she got it. She was his favorite. She got Daddy's watch.
Say, waitress, how about a drink for the cook?
Oh, darling, yes, of course. Of course, right away. So, tell me, Chef, what do I do now?
So set the plate, you dope. What kind of a waitress are you?
Oh, wait. If it's Johnny, tell him I'm not here.
Sure. Hello? No, Nora's not here. No, we don't expect her. Sure, if she does, I'll certainly tell her you called.
So tell me, Marion, how's the meatloaf?
I think it's okay.
Good. Oh, okay. Oh, it's marvelous. Oh, let's face it, kiddo, it's always great. Now, you see there, Nick? A built-in sense of timing. She didn't even need Daddy's watch. I like water. Dark water, night water. You can add that to all the other things you found out about me tonight.
I'll make a note, a mental note.
Notes on Nora Love, formerly Nora Schiller. Likes dark water. Loves her sister. Is bugged by the fact that after all these years, she still resents her sister because Daddy loved the sister more. I guess you made one of your mental notes about that.
Yeah, I made it. You have the whole world, Nora. Can't she have that?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? One of the doctors, he had a theory. I don't know, maybe it made sense. He said, that's the reason I'm a star. Because I never really made the grade with Daddy. Well, enough of that. So tell me, freeloader, how did you like the meatloaf?
Just great, just the way my mother used to make it.
That's what somebody else said. The only other person I ever brought to Marion's. The director.
Martin West.
Why did you say that?
Because I saw him with you in some of those film clips. You were looking at him as though, well, as though you liked him a lot.
Yes.
You want to hear something dumb, Nora? Watching you with him, I think, well, I think it made me feel a little jealous.
Oh? Yeah. Well, you want to hear something even dumber? I'm glad you felt that way.
Nora, baby, I thought you were kidding tonight, but that telling off bit, the outrage bit, I thought you were too smart to tell me off.
Leave her alone, Batson.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, Alexander. I'm going to leave her strictly alone. Now that she's forgotten that she's just a dumb blonde, she's decided to mess up